Hi, today we're going to take a look at the new Amazon Kindle Fire tablet. Yes, it's a tablet. It's not their ebook reader like you used to with Kindle. It's their first tablet they've released. It's just come out and it's $199. The price point is absolutely amazing on this thing. Let's check it out. Now, even before this thing was released, there were a lot of industry commentators out there saying that, and guessing that Amazon would be selling this thing at a loss. It'd be a loss leader just to sell their content. And apparently people have done an estimate of the bill of materials in this thing, the components used in there, and they say it's roughly equivalent to the $199 sell price, the recommended retail price for it. So in theory, they won't be making any money out of it, and they're probably even making a loss. I don't necessarily think so. I think people are underestimating the buying power of companies like Amazon and Apple when they huge, buying power of these companies. They can get components cheaper than you might think. They get special deals, but I don't think they're making any money on it, but probably surprised if they're actually making a loss on it. Anyway, just my guess. It's a bare minimum you need for basically a tablet in this sort of class. 7-inch screen, 1024 by 600 LCD display. It's only got 8 gigabytes of RAM, not expandable. Hate it, not excusable, but why can't they just put a little slit in there with a micro SD card? Give me a break, right? That's pathetic. I know they're trying to save a couple of cents on that connector to try and get the price point down, but hate it. Just like the original Kindle and the current Kindles, not expandable. I hate it. Anyway, pain in the butt. It's only got 8 gig internal storage memory, but because Amazon have all their cloud-based system, woohoo, it's in the cloud, then, it's not as huge a limitation as you might think. It's got a 1 gigahertz dual-core processor with only 512 megabytes of RAM. Now, that's not much at all, but because they've this Silk browser used in this thing, that's what they call it, Amazon's own browser they've rolled for this thing. It is cloud enhanced, so it doesn't need a huge amount of memory. A lot of the processing and a lot of the memory requirements are done rendering the pages on the Amazon servers, and then it basically downloads an image to this, and it's supposed to be much quicker, yada yada yada. Is it? Well, we'll find out. And to meet the $199 price point, they've had to strip everything out of this puppy. Things you'd find standard on other tablets or expect to be standard on the higher price tablets, you don't get it on this. There's no 3G SIM capability. No, the only way you can connect to the internet with this puppy is Wi-Fi, but that's not too bad, I guess, for the price point. But there's no camera, front or back, and there's no Bluetooth capability at all. There's no microphone, there's no GPS, there's nothing. Zip, nada. But it's $199. And as with the Amazon products, we have our certified frustration-free packaging. Let's try it. Is it really frustration-free? Let's zip it open. Beauty. Look at that. Ta-da! Thumb indent here, so you just get your thumb in and lift it out like that. Ta-da! And they haven't just provided the film over the top. There's actually a complete slip case this time. Feels pretty darn heavy. Wow, that's, there's a decent amount of weight in that. And we get our, looks like we get our power adapter. Unfortunately, US power adapter, no good here. It's a standard micro USB charger. And we've got the looks like the documentation. Is that it? Give me a break. That's it. That's it. Get in to know your Kindle. Plug it in, turn it on. And there's a power adapter, 5 volts at 1.8 amps. So it's a lot more than the 500 milliamps available from a standard USB outlet. So that is to fast charge the batteries. One of the first things you notice about this is the shiny screen and how mirror-like it actually is. I'm not sure how that's going to turn up on camera there, but wow, I can really, it's like looking in a mirror. It really is quite remarkable. Check the hair. left-hand side, we've got a 3.5mm phono jack for the headphones, as you'd expect. We've got a micro USB connector in there, much better than a mini USB, rated for much higher insertions, but that's what you've always had on the Kindles, so no problems at all. And the soft power switch there, and nothing on the two other sides at all. And on the top here, we've got our two speaker outputs. There they are right there. But apart from that, one thing you notice that's lacking, of course, is any form of SD or micro SD card expansion. It's got this really nice sort of rubber type backing with Kindle recessed into there. It is rather nice. It feels very high quality. Let's do the twist test here. I'm twisting that fairly ruggedly, and no, it's no problems whatsoever. So the quality is certainly acceptable, especially for $199. It does feel like the other Kindles. The build quality is very good, and it's quite exceptional for the price, I think. Let's press the button. Do we have to hold it down or press it? Single press. Yep, it's turned on green. It's lit up. Ta-da! Kindle Fire. They've coloured the fire. Nice bright orange, faded down. I like it. Twiddle our thumbs. We're still Kindle firing. It's not firing too quick. Ta-da! There it is. We're up. What do we... Hey, that's nice. Nice screensaver. Monday, November 21st. Let's... presumably, that is a swipe sort of thing. I have no idea how to use this interface, but that looks like a swipey thing. So let's try it. Well, let's touch somewhere else. Nothing, and let's swipe that. Bang! That was pretty obvious. Searching for networks. And we've got it. Found my network here, Boondabburra. That's my one. Whoops. And a password. I'll try that and get us straight in. I like that. No mess, no fuss. Unable to connect. Maybe I got the password wrong. I don't know. We'll try again. Well, I did keep trying, and sure enough, on the second attempt, it got me in. So, I don't know, maybe marginal Wi-Fi signal reception out here in the lab wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, once again, it worked on the second go. I think I am getting marginal Wi-Fi signal reception out here in the lab. Anyway, it thought it wasn't me because I ordered this through somebody in the US. It was already registered to their Amazon account, but it gave me a link to come up and deregister it instantly, and that worked fine. There you go. It's only 404 grams. Now, but my mind, of course, is in the Kindle mindset where, you know, the Kindle weighs like half of that. And it's just, you know, even though it's a lot less than an iPad or a larger tablet, you just do feel as though it's pretty darn heavy, because your mind is just in that, oh, it's a Kindle, and Kindles are supposed to be light, but it ain't. It's 404 grams. Go figure. Okay, it says my Kindle is now registered in my name, and it's doing a software update process. And yeah, that took about 7 minutes for the firmware to update. You could actually cancel that. It had a cancel button down in the bottom corner, and you can update later, but nah, I don't want to do that. I want to make sure I'm using the correct firmware. Geez, this screen, this reflective screen's really annoying. Really starting to bug me. If I switch this off and, oh, there we go, and I switch it on, how long, it looks like it does boot instantly. Oh, welcome, here we go, we're straight into it. Bang, we're up on the main screen, and this is the main screen. They've installed the user's guide there. Beautiful, have no problems with that at all. Hey, that was far too quick, far too quick. Kindle Fire, welcome to your new Kindle Fire. And it has actually downloaded downloaded my content already. This is what I'm reading. Oh, that's a bit weird. The Twilight of the Bomb, that's what I'm currently reading at the moment. Click on the book. There we go. It's opening the book now, and yes, that's there you go. That's the current book I'm reading, Twilight of the Bomb by Richard Rhodes. Excellent. So my books and content are already uploaded on there. And there you go. You don't get nearly the same reflection, of course, when you've got the white background, when you've got the black text on the white background. This is exactly the same light as before. Switch my main lights back on. And to swipe through your Kindle book, of course, you just swipe it left and right like that. No problems at all. Very intuitive. It's what you'd expect. Now let's see if we can get up close and personal on this text here. Now, I can clearly see the lines on here. It's just not nearly as good as the Kindle display, of course, because it doesn't use the e-ink display. It's got a more traditional LCD display, and it shows. Having said that, the display is actually excellent. I have no problems with it at all. And it's kind of a bit annoying actually that it highlights it as well, because if you just want to magnify your text, then you've instantly highlighted it like that. But I guess that's easy, and that's an easy way to actually highlight text, but you've got to hold it down and then bang. One thing that's not immediately obvious is how do you get back to the main screen? Well, I originally held my finger down and found that magnifying feature, but it turns out that you can just click anywhere and bingo, up pops the, you've got your book location down here and your home button. So you just hit your home button and you're back to where you were. Okay, I found a way to keep the lights on here and reduce the reflections I've got off the screen, so hopefully that looks a lot better. Now let's take a look at these apps down here. They've installed 4 apps: the Internet Movie Database, Facebook, Pulse, I have no idea what that is, and the Amazon store by the looks of it, and you can't, well, it looks like our bookshelf is that big there. It's got an extra layer down here which we don't have. So let's go up into apps here and have a look at what we have preloaded. Now, one thing I noticed that's missing from here is Twitter, and I love Twitter. I use Twitter all the time. I don't use Facebook as much as some other people are obsessed with it, but that's, I think, a big oversight, a major app missing. I'm not sure if you can download it and get it. We'll have to check that later, but I'm pretty unhappy with that, actually. I would have expected a Twitter client on there, a Twitter app. Now, I called up the Facebook app in quote marks, because all it is it looks like it just calls up the mobile version of Facebook in presumably the browser by the looks of it. So not too happy with that. I expected an actual custom app, I guess. And it has automatically put up here, it knows that this is Dave's 3rd Kindle, so it's automatically named it that, but you can change the name of your Kindles. And it did have the Wi-Fi bar up here, but the Wi-Fi has suddenly vanished, and the battery symbol up there, as you can see, I haven't charged it since I got it shipped, and there's probably 4/5 battery left, or 3/4 at least. And if you actually rotate it, it's very quick to change to the much bigger keyboard. The keys are much bigger and easier to use in that landscape format than they are in the portrait format like that. But still, even in the portrait format, I find those keys are very, very usable. Facebook. Sorry, something went wrong. Yeah, something went horribly wrong. It's called Facebook. Now this is crazy. I'm out in the lab still, and it's now showing 2 bars on the Wi-Fi there, but it showed all full bars before, and then it vanishes half the time, and when I go inside it shows full bars. It's just all over the shop at this marginal signal range, it seems. I'm not terribly impressed with this at all. Now, I downloaded and installed the Weather Channel app. It wasn't actually pre-installed, I had to download it. Downloaded in a couple of seconds, it was really quick, and then just ran. I've added it to my favorite screen, and I localized it with Balcom Hills. It's popped up with bloody ad here. It's ad supported. Now, I'm actually outside here at dusk. It's 7:15 at night here in Sydney. I'm just comparing this with the new 4th generation Kindle here, and it's much brighter, of course, because it's backlit, and it's but look at the reflection on the screen. Trying to read it, you see the camera in there. It's hopeless just trying to read it outside like this. You've got to get it on the right angle, otherwise you've got some really annoying shadows. The Kindle, nothing like that. The e-ink display is far superior. Not that I'm surprised. So if I want to read a book, I'm going to pick up the Kindle, the e-ink display Kindle every time. Now, the operating system and interface they got is actually based on Android, so it's based on a mobile phone operating system, but I don't believe it can actually run standard Android apps. They have to be actually, actually approved and modified, I guess, for the for the Kindle Fire. Now, it comes with a bunch of standard apps, as we've seen. Now, I don't really like this. I mean, this scroll interface isn't bad, but it's very touchy. Okay, it's finally up here. Can we actually pinch in? We can't expand that view there by pinching or doing any of that. We can just scroll through it. Now, these are the latest releases, Star Wars. Let's check that one out, shall we? And there you go. That's enough of Star Wars, and it's not bad at all. The capability is quite good, but I found that the graphics on some of these Internet Movie Database ones are fairly heavily compressed in a lot of fast moving action. I see a lot of pixelization and compression artifacts. I'm not sure if that's just the original trailer that they've got, or they reformat the video specifically for the Kindle Fire, or what. I have no idea. And the speakers on it aren't too bad. They're probably not as loud as I probably would have liked, but they're not too bad at all. But unfortunately, you've got to do the volume, you've got to get this annoying slider bar up here. They've got no external audio slider or audio volume controls on the outside. It's crazy. And if you take a look at the book interface here, it actually shows you that this particular book here, you've only read 37% of it. And if you scroll through the other books, it shows you that whether or not you've actually downloaded them. So it's just finished downloading this book here, and it comes up with new. It means you've downloaded it and you haven't actually read it yet. And you click on it and bang, you're into the book. And if you turn it around to landscape here, it does redo the screen and all your apps come down like that. But let's try out the web browser, shall we? Okay, let's do google.com and go and see how quickly it can load it up. Supposedly with this silk browser, it's supposed to be smooth. No, we've lost our Wi-Fi connection again. Getting sick of this. Alright, I'm sick of out in the lab with this dodgy Wi-Fi connection. I'm sitting a couple of feet away from the router this time, and god damn it, I'm going to get something to come up. EEVblog. Let's do some searching here. There is no .com button, and let's go. Bang. That comes up pretty quick. I'm pretty happy with that. And there's the Google search results for EEVblog. And if we do the pinch thing, there we go. It's fairly smooth, and it works as you'd expect. I'm fairly happy with that. And let's go to EEVblog.com. And that's pretty quick. That's pretty good. Bit slower than my desktop browser, which also is via the same Wi-Fi connection in exactly the same location here on the desk. And that renders. I can't go any smaller than that. Actually, I can't make it. I can zoom in, but I can't make that any smaller by the looks of it. So, well, as you but it's got to fit the. It's a WordPress page, so it's rendered across the screen like that. But it's rendering my ads, no problems at all. It's it's rendering the YouTube, the embedded YouTube clips, no problems at all. So let's try and play a YouTube video and see how it goes. Let's try the Gaussian resistor redux video. And remember, this is embedded. There it is.
From the previous blog on the Gaussian resistor distribution and measurement, and how you can expect.
Excellent.
What can you expect from a
that works quite well. Pretty happy with that. And I just jumped through to my YouTube channel here, and yes, it has automatically detected that we're on a mobile device, and it went to the mobile version of my YouTube channel page. And then back at the main screen here, it's actually put the last item that we played with, which is the YouTube channel on the web browser. There, it's put that as the first item on the stack, and I rather like that. But as I said, this is really quite dicky. I don't like this interface. There's got to be some way that you can adjust the threshold on that thing. It's nuts. That one there, it's going to the Kindle User's Guide. There you go. 400 and, whoa, how many pages? 451 pages for the Kindle Fire User's Guide. Is it in 100 different languages, or is it just, there you go. It's nice. At least that's built in onto the front page. Alright, we plugged in the USB cable here, and it says you can now transfer files from your computer to your Kindle. And sure enough, there it is. It's popped up, and it says it's popped up as an E-drive. One unfortunate thing though is you need your own micro USB cable, because they provide you with a fixed power adapter which is just for charging, not for file transfer. Crazy, they probably saved 2 cents there. We might drag some stuff into there and see if they instantly play. And there's some of the ebooks that I downloaded that I had already purchased, and then I preloaded onto here, and it stores the covers into there, because it only downloads the content on demand when you access it, because with only 8 gig in there, and it's downloading a video file at about 2.5 megabytes per second. And there we go. It's yep, it's popped up with I downloaded MC Frontlot's 0-day album onto here, and there it is. Bang, not a problem at all. Let's play. And as you can see, the album art has come up, no problems. One annoying thing I've noticed is this back button here. I always tend to miss it. I got it that time, but there you go. Anyway, it's popped up with the album cover up the front. That's my latest media content. And if you want to adjust the volume, well, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Hello? How do I turn down the volume? Because there's no external knobs or buttons on the thing. Urgh. Had to pause the stupid thing. I still can't find the volume control. Anyway, it comes up with that cloud and what's on your device, so you can switch between stuff that's physically loaded into your 8 gig of memory or stuff that's on the cloud. And well, I don't have anything on the Amazon cloud. I've never bought any Amazon music, but if you did, presumably it'd be there. You can download it and you can play it. Brilliant. Found it, obvious. Top corner up here, up there, bang. And volume, it's automatically there. Woo, but that's nuts. Put it in the damn app on this taskbar, idiots. It continues to play, no problems at all. Switches it off so you can't interfere with it, and presumably uses a fair bit, a lot less power because the screen is off. And you turn it back on, and locks, of course, and you have to unlock it, but you're back. And if you want to read books and listen to music at the same time, you can, not a problem. And if we go into the video tab up here, it shows all the Amazon video content, because this is the stuff that they really want to sell you, not just books like on the Kindle. They want to sell you video and TV content. So you've got this Prime Instant thing for Prime members only. It doesn't cost anything. So if you pay a fixed monthly fee, you get that. Or you can buy rent one-off movies from $2.99. I'm sure a good lot of them cost a bit more than that, and TV shows as well from $1.99. So, well, let's go into movies and view all and see what we get. New releases, editors' picks, yada yada yada. I don't know. Let's search for an awesome movie, shall we? Back to there it goes, and it pops up with context sensitive based on what you've typed. We want Back to the Future. Let's see if we can buy that. Haha, $2.99. You bet. I want to buy it. Let's go. Back to the Future. There you go. 5 stars. Of course it is. $2.99. See all. 24-hour rental. That's all we can rent it for, but oh well. I'm going to try and purchase that. Rent. Here we go. There was an error. Your order cannot be swayed if the problem persists. Yeah, right. Jeez, I'm trying to give you money. Please, Amazon, take my money. What's wrong with you? Come on. There was an error. Why? Because I'm in Australia and I don't have access to this sort of stuff? What a load of garbage. Watch trailer. Let's check it out. Amazon Instant Video. Load in. You bet. I want to buy it. Come on, Amazon. Let me buy it, please. Now, one silly thing is it's got a back button, but it doesn't have a forward button to get back where you just were if you accidentally went back. Crazy. All right, that was an error. Let's see if we can buy Harry Potter. Keep the wife happy anyway. Here we go, $3.99 for a 48-hour rental. Let's rent that. No, that was an error. Can't do it. Probably because I'm bloody Australian. Alright, let's go into the newsstand, shall we? I don't mind the odd newspaper. Let's see. Once again, nothing's popping up. Let's go into the store here and see what we get. Featured magazines, featured newspapers. Let's see all the newspapers, shall we? Beautiful. USA Today, Washington Post, San Francisco Chronicle. Yeah, of course, US-centric. Nothing for us Australians or anywhere or anyone anywhere else in the world. Internet and Technology, PC Magazine, 2600 Magazine. Beautiful. It's all there. Wired Magazine. Oh, free. Free. Let's go. Yep, you bet. Let's, I want free. Get app. Yeah, let's get it. You betcha. Purchase in. The Amazon App Store is not yet available in your region. Stick it up your ass, Australia. Thank you very much, Kindle. Why Amazon? Why won't you take my money? Why isn't my money the same as everyone else's? It's a magazine. People all around the world can read it. Why just limit it to the US? It's nuts. Now let's go into the apps page and let's go into the gallery up here and check it out. And bang, it's found the videos and the pictures I uploaded, and it looks like some images from the movie there. And oh, it's got some sort of animated thing like that. Let's try and, hey, look at that. Check that out. Images. I like it. Not a problem at all. Hey Amazon, this is what Sagan thinks of your stupid region system. And you can zoom in on the pictures too, no problems at all. Works quite well. I like it. Isn't Sagan cute? He's such a cutie. And I just use the email app to connect to my Gmail account. Not a problem, it seems to work just fine. And I just read my email, and it turns out that when you buy one of these, you actually get 1 month's free Amazon Prime membership. And it's really quite good being able to surf this content. Popular ones recently had editors pick genres and kids and all sorts of stuff, and they've got all these categories, and it really is quite neat. Amazon do have a hell of a lot of content on here. And if we try and play a 1280 by 720 MPEG-4 H.264 video that I uploaded from the PC, let's give it a go here. I just uploaded it to the video subdirectory. You've got to use the gallery player though, but let's... Hello, there we go.
Welcome to the EEVblog.
Bang!
Electronics engineering.
Plays it no problem at all, pretty instantly. Nice! And that is a 16:9 aspect ratio. So it really plays those videos very nicely. Full screen, nice fit. They've got this bar down the bottom that's always there, which is, I guess, kind of annoying. Now it looks like the only options you've got here on the screen are for when you're playing the video are the volume here and skip back the last 10 seconds over there. That's kind of handy. You can go back a couple of times. There it is, and you can scroll through the timeline, but that's about it. But it's pretty instant, and it seems to work well. Big question, how does it handle PDFs and data sheets and things like that? Well, I uploaded them from the computer into the documents subdirectory. Here they are. It doesn't give you a thumbnail or anything like that, but I've loaded a couple of PDF data sheets on here, and it renders beautifully. I like it. You can scroll around like that. And of course, if you want to flick, let's turn around in portrait format, shall we? And here's one of the things, because like this will be like an A4 format page, because the aspect ratio of the screen is quite elongated like that. Great for viewing videos, but there's a lot of white space at the top and bottom for the documents like that. But anyway, it does render PDFs beautifully, and you can just scroll in. It takes a second there to once you've zoomed in to actually get the full resolution of that. But apart from that, I'm gonna say that this reads PDFs very, very nicely. I like it. Let's go into a service manual I've got here, and man, I'm finding this screen misses quite a few of my button presses. But anyway, here's a nice, this is an old scanned PDF manual, but there it is. Beautiful. So I'd say that's a big, huge plus for this device, which doesn't have many pluses on its side, let me tell you, apart from the Amazon content, but it does view PDFs very nicely. So if you're after a sort of a 7-inch format thing for storing and viewing PDFs, this should be on your list, although the internal non-expandable memory could be a real pain in the ass. Now, because I've got free Amazon Prime content for a month, let's see if I can stream one of these shows here. I've gone into their free thing, and here it is, Prime, 0 cost. I'm a Prime member, so I got the email that told me. Let's see if we can stream that. Here it is, watch now. There it is, unlimited streaming included with your Amazon Prime membership. Well, it damn well better work. It's HD, so it claims. It doesn't tell you what HD actually is. This video cannot be downloaded at this time. Please try again. Wah, fail. And I've done this time and time again, and it doesn't let me stream anything. It's hopeless. Why give me Prime membership if I can't use it? It's ridiculous. Maybe it's for Yanks only. I hate this. And apparently it supports watching videos through Netflix and Hulu, and I've got no idea what those services are. They're a US based thing, but I've heard they're popular, so presumably they work. But if it's anything like this Prime instant video that doesn't seem to work at all, who knows? And as far as reading books, because this is supposed to be a Kindle, that's one of the big things. The Kindle is, in my opinion, the best ebook reader on the market. It's fantastic, does just what it wants. But this thing's, it's heavy. It's too heavy, almost weighs twice as much as the regular Kindle, so it's going to be hard to hold in your hand. And the screen just is not as good as e-ink. I was reading it last night in bed. It wasn't too bad. I turned the brightness right down. It was all right, but anyway, it's good enough. Not as good as the Kindle, but for a tablet, it's a pretty decent reading experience anyway. Here's an excellent book. I highly recommend you pick it up. And it supports, the regular table of contents and stuff like that. And yep, if we go through it, there we go. And it's not bad at all. And I do actually like the flick to turn the pages as opposed to the side-by-side buttons on the side buttons, which the Kindle, I think the flick works pretty well actually. I'm quite happy with it, but you can't just zoom like that, whatever, pinch zoom. But that's probably a good thing, because if you touching the screen, you can change your font size. You want that locked in, and it's pretty much identical to the Kindle in terms of font size and line spacing and margin and all that sort of stuff. So it does work quite well, and of course it's in full color. But unfortunately this tablet has got a lot of annoying stuff, and I'll just list a few. Well, first of all, but like the Kindle, it's no surprise it's got no removable battery. You can't replace it, so when it dies in a couple of years, you won't be able to replace it unless you're technically minded and you want to crack the thing open. And when you're holding the thing in your hand like this and you're watching a video or something like that, you're actually covering the bottom speaker port here, and that's just silly. It's crazy. I don't like it at all. And when you're holding it in various orientations, you can accidentally push the power button and switch the thing off. It's just not acceptable. I don't like it. They really need to have the more traditional slide power switch or some other power switch mechanism like they have on the Kindle, because this one's just too easy to accidentally bump. And with the Amazon Prime content on this thing, you can download HD versions of the video. You pay a bit extra for the HD version. But why would you want to when it's got no HDMI or other video output capability at all? It's crazy. That's a serious issue lacking for a device that they want to sell you video content. Yeah, it's perfectly acceptable to want to hook this thing up to your TV. You've rented use this as a renting platform. You rent your video, you download it, and you want to watch it tonight. Well, you don't want to watch it on your little 7-inch display. That might be fine if you're taking your plane trip or something like that, and you want to watch your video just holding it, but geez, it needs a HDMI port. Another thing is the battery life is not spectacular. It's rated to 7 or 8 hours if you turn the Wi-Fi off. in continuous use or something like that, but I was using it last night to read a book, and granted I had the Wi-Fi on, but I got the low battery warning message last night only 3 or 4 hours after I had taken it out of the box. Granted, it wasn't fully charged, it might have to cycle a few times, but I don't think the battery life is going to be too terrific on this thing. And I think I figured out why they don't give you a standard micro USB cable with a separate charger, is because I tried to charge it with my little USB wall charger, which is only a 1 amp output capability as opposed to 1.8 with this plug pack that is supplied with it. And it kind of charged, it kind of sort of did, and then did all sorts of weird things. It automatically switched off, the tablet automatically switched on for some bizarre reason, then it would stop charging. So presumably it needs the full 1.8 amp power adapter supplied with it. So if you hook it up to your PC, it can only do data connection. It will not charge at all, and that's just crazy. If you're going to put a micro USB connector on this thing, make sure it's damn well capable of charging from a standard half amp USB port, even at a slower charge rate. Bad design, I hate it. And the other thing you've heard me mention time and time again that's really pissed me off with this thing is its poor performance at marginal Wi-Fi reception. It's just hopeless. You've got to have really good, strong Wi-Fi signal to get any decent performance or usability out of this thing. One other minor thing is the aspect ratio of the screen. Great for watching videos, but not ideal for reading books or other content. It's sort of a compromise between landscape and portrait capability. It's just a bit too stretched in this sort of orientation. So, I don't know, good for some things, bad for a lot of other things though. And of course, with no Bluetooth, you can't connect wireless headphones and things like that, but at least it does have a standard 3.5mm phono jack on it. One other thing it doesn't have, which could be fixed with apps in the future, but it comes shipped, it can't do any basic things like calendars and appointments and just other general stuff you'd expect a tablet computer to do. And you can switch it off by holding down the power button down here and actually shut the thing down completely, as opposed to just like a soft power off. So that's a hard power off where it would use no power at all. And let's see how long it takes to boot. And that took 32 seconds to boot from cold. There you go. So, what do I think? Well, I was impressed by two things, and pretty much two things only. One was the integration with the Amazon content. That's great. Seemed to be I don't know, there might be some bugs in there still, but I'm sure if there are, I'm sure they'll still iron it out. But it's really good if you have a lot of existing Amazon content. Books, audio books, videos, music, stuff like that. Or if you want to get that sort of content, seamless, it works great. If you've got a Wi-Fi connection, I love it. The other thing I really liked, was impressed by, is the price point. Who wouldn't be at $199 for a pretty good quality 7-inch tablet like this? Isn't bad value at all. But I just get the feeling this thing was rushed to market. There's lots of little annoying things to it, lots of design aspects, things missing that they could have put in, they should have put in. It's just, I don't know, there's too much that annoys me. I guess it's got to fit into that sweet spot between the smartphone, the larger 4-inch screen smartphones, and the bigger 9-inch full-featured tablets. And it's in the right price ballpark anyway, and they'll probably sell millions of them purely based on the price point and the fact that it's Amazon, it can read the Kindle content. And the fact is, if this thing wasn't from Amazon, if it was just a one-hung low brand no-name tablet, it wouldn't sell at all. But because it's got all that Amazon content behind there, it'll no doubt sell. Whether or not it'll be long-lastingly popular, whether it'll get more apps, stuff like that, who knows? If you want one of these things, well, you're going to have to make up your own mind whether or not it's suitable for your use. But I'm struggling to think of a reason why I would buy this after I know all of its little quirks and problems and things like that. And maybe for $199 you can put up with that sort of stuff. But yeah, you've got to find that little niche application that you want it for which it's suited for and works well, whether or not it's maybe viewing some PDFs and some video or something like that. It plays video quite well. It's okay as an ebook reader, but really stick with your regular e-ink display Kindle if you're reading books. There's no contest whatsoever. But if you only got this, it's okay. It works, but oh, geez, I don't know. I'm just struggling to find a reason why anyone would actually buy this. Go figure. Oh, well, maybe I'll give it to the wife and she can use it for Facebook or something. Oh, no, Facebook didn't even work. That's right. Maybe she can check the weather or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, not that impressed with it. It's definitely not getting a thumbs up. Barely even gets a thumbs sideways. It's almost edging towards it. Not a thumbs down because it does some things quite well, but oh, geez, I don't know. See ya.